and it has started another race showcasing the new randomizer tournament settings here. This is a showcase by Ren and Crazy Four Blades over on Randomizer Brazil. Shout out to them, to all the Brazilians that watch me and you want to watch some cool Twitch content. Check out Randomizer Brazil. Not picking up the gauntlet. Come on, pick up the gauntlet. It's 5 extra attack power. I guess you did start with Marcel and a Gerthang, so it's not that big of a deal, but either way. So this is one of the tournament presets that is possible here, which is, oh my god, Vorpal Blade, let's go. This is Chimera. Much like all presets in this tournament, guaranteed drops is on, which means that players, if they kill an enemy, it is guaranteed to drop at least something, which is very nice. You also start in the second castle, guaranteed. And Crazy is doing it again, going straight to the first castle. I don't know if I agree with this play. We were just discussing this for the last race that just happened. If you missed that race, check it out on the YouTube, youtube.com/DragonBlitzDaily. I'm sure you're watching that right now. You've subscribed already, for sure, obviously. It looks like Ren is having some streaming problems, perhaps. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this fixed. Okay, so Ren's stream is back. Both players are just standing still for now. I think they're going to confirm with each other that everything's fine before they get started here. So they should be moving any second now, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And yep, both players are back to playing the game. So as I was saying before, Crazy opting to go to the first castle again early with very little as far as movement relics goes. Meanwhile, Ren found the Soul of Wolf right at the very start of the game, which is huge because Wolf gives you all of the movement options at the beginning with Wolf. Chimera is a preset that is a combination of different movement presets. So getting just Soul of Wolf on its own counts as grabbing Soul of Wolf, Power of Wolf, and Skill of Wolf. And it gives you the reduced mana cost. So Ren is going to take that and move around the second castle again. Meanwhile, Crazy is just kind of hoping to find something good here in the first castle. So again, we're seeing early first castle versus staying in the second castle, and it's not looking amazing. One thing to note about Chimera, though, is this preset does give you access to the Godspeed boots. If you double tap forward, you get the run that you would like in the Sega Saturn version, which is pretty nice. It just helps you with like platforming like Crazy's doing right now. But yeah, the more I'm seeing these two race, it seems like staying in the second castle might just be the move. That or Ren is getting insanely lucky. I'm not sure which is the case. I'm not sure what's what, but second castle start, maybe staying in the second castle is the move. Because this is the same exact thing that happened last time where, okay, getting missed here as well. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. So I think we're seeing the meta develop. Dude, that's can they restart? What's this? My internet went out. I think we're gonna have to restart, guys. That's very rough. That's genuinely very rough. Yeah. Because this is the thing. Look at Crazy. He's in this first castle, but he's doing this stuff, but can't progress. Like, he has to... I don't know, man. He doesn't have Leap Stone. He doesn't have Gravity Boots. All of the movement he's doing here is kind of wasted. Meanwhile, Ren is doing a bunch of checks that are basically going to be done at some point anyways. Whether you do them immediately or if you come back to do them later, and I don't know. And his movement's good. He has Wolf movement. He has Leap Stone and Gravity Boots. Those are given to you at the start when you start in the second castle. They're taken away from you as soon as you leave the second castle. That's the important thing. So second castle starts. I think it does really reward you for staying in second castle if you can afford it. Because you are guaranteed to have Leap Stone and Gravity Boots while you're in here. Oh, and he just passed a Varda. Is he going to go back for it? That greedy... You don't need the Varda when you have double Vorpal Blade versus Akmadon, who has like 200 HP. But he wants the Varda just to swag out on him. Oh my god. This is... See, when we first started doing second castle starts, I think there was a kind of a general consensus of, oh, well, you want to go to the first castle as soon as possible because you want to start progressing your game state. But like now, I think that the meta is completely shifting here. But I will say this preset does not require killing all bosses. So because of that, any boss that Ren kills here in the second castle that doesn't have an important relic is kind of wasted in a way. So Ren also not getting the reverse All Rocks warp for whatever reason, opting to skip it instead. I don't know what the reasoning is there. The reverse All Rocks warp is pretty good when you want to go to the end of the game. Is this a throw, perhaps? It's not the end of the world because you can still do stuff here, but it's a pretty important warp to get, in my opinion. But are there reverse library cards in this preset? I don't believe so. But I could be wrong. It's only my tournament. Here, let me double check. If there are, then my bad. Let's take a look. Chimera. Reverse library cards are not on by default. So no, this preset does not have reverse library cards. He's going to do trio, then warp? I guess if his plan is to just do these checks and then do first castle, maybe. Duplicator found for crazy. Hold up. That's kind of spicy. Does he have a library card to use with it? No. This duplicator, why is he putting it on? He doesn't have anything he can use with it. Just to heal with pot? He's using it to use pot? Why would you? You're already at full health. Bro, he's quadruplicating out here. Why? I don't understand. This is the classic SOTN tournament reaction, which is players do things that completely break my brain, which is why would you even spend time in the menu to put on the duplicator if all you're going to use with it is a goddamn pot roast? This freaking pothead over here is prioritizing the pot. I guess at the end of the day, this is just a tournament showcase. You know, it's a for funsies thing to let the players and watchers, viewers at home like you, get a taste for what the tournament might look like. And, you know, it might look like this, which is, you know, good. This is good, right? It's entertaining at least. What is he? Why is he still killing this guy? Is he trying to find all the drops? Oh, he needs more duplicators, of course. He needs more duplicators. I forgot. How could I be so stupid? My bad. Refund my Garnet coins because this is a throw. Well, you have to keep it put into account the possibility of them throwing. You know? The octuplicator. Yeah, Ren is really sticking to this stay in the second castle idea. And honestly, I appreciate it. More duplicators. The patient needs more duplicators. Jesus Christ, man. The dodeca duplicator. Fucking hell. Okay, well. Yeah, Crazy has found 0 relics. Am I correct in saying that? Is his tracker working? His timer's working this time. I'm seeing 0 relics. All he has is Spike Breaker and a thrust sword to his name. That's not good. The duplicator economy is in shambles. Yeah. Oops. Who needs relics when you have 20 duplicators? Oh, man. This is going to be rough. For sure. This is yet another example of why choosing to go back to the first castle early just might not be the play. The other reason why I think second castle early, staying in second castle early, can end up being so beneficial is partly due to the fact that you could just find a library card. It's not impossible. Looks like one Vlad relic was found in the second castle, though. So, for Ren so far. I don't think he did all of the checks, though. I think he didn't do creature. He didn't do any of the caverns checks. Instead, he just said, screw it. I've done the right side of the second castle, and now I'm going to do first castle. And because he has wolf movement and mist, he does have the potential to do some out of logic stuff here. We'll see how much of this he ends up actually doing. Like, is he going to start Mist Wolf rising all over the place? Probably not, but it's possible. It's very possible. He offered a pot roast to his good old pal Doppelganger, but he refused. When you offer your friend pot and they say no, so you have to shoot fireballs at them. Don't you just hate when that happens? Fellas. Alrighty, let's see how Ren handles this. I mean, he has the wolf movement, which is just such a huge movement advantage. Like, Crazy is... At the very least, he has some movement options available because of the Godspeed boots, but it's not looking good. Okay, there's Gravity boots, and he has a Thrust Sword, which is guaranteed at the start of this preset, so he can now use Out of Logic Flight. Meanwhile, Ren is trying to Mist Wolf Rise like I was talking about. Trying to dodge the Flea Riders, though. They are a pain in the ass for this type of strategy. We'll see if the Mist Wolf Rising actually matters here. One of the reasons why Mist Wolf Rising is so good in this preset, too, is because Mist is free. It does not cost any mana to transform into Mist. That's one of the things that Chimera does to help make the movement feel a little bit better, is the mana costs on certain things are reduced, like Mist. So Mist Wolf Rising becomes a lot better because you can do like half of a Mist into transform into Wolf instead of like trying to do it as fast as possible to preserve mana. So, and he is rewarded with a Vlad Relic. Okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Getting that Vlad Relic early is fine, but Crazy can do that very easily with Gravity Boots. So Claymore, yep. So this is what I was talking about before. The Claymore special attack allows you to do multiple gravity jumps in the air, which is pretty nice. So he gets that check out of the way. The only downside here is Ren is going to be able to Mist Wolf Rise and do the Alchemy Lab checks where Crazy couldn't have done that before. So I'm pretty sure, seeing how Ren did the Mist Wolf Rise all the way to check the Power of Mist location, he's definitely going to do that here. So yeah, it seems like staying in the second castle tends to be, at the very least, decent for these second castle start presets, if not, like, absolutely game-winning. Yeah, Crazy is now coming back to do the checks that he missed here. So, again, this is what I was talking about before, whereas Crazy now has to backtrack and do all this stuff again, where Ren only had to do it once. But Crazy's movement's not necessarily that bad. Gravity Boots is nice to have, don't get me wrong. And Crazy gets the Vlad Relic. Let's see what Ren finds here in the Alchemy Lab. And it's just Fairy Scroll. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Yo, what song is this? This is Abandoned Castle from Castlevania Curse of Darkness. Fantastic game soundtrack. If you ever want to listen to some good Castlevania music, check out the Curse of Darkness soundtrack. You can also play the game. The game's also worth playing for sure. Okay, Ren. Dude, okay, Ren. You don't need to be Mist Wolf Rising through this room. I don't think it's worth it. But you know what? He's addicted to it. He said, I can do this advanced tech. I'm going to showcase it everywhere. Wait, which one is Curse of Darkness? It's the one for the PlayStation 2. That's true. I should look up the Vampire Survivors Castlevania OST stuff that they did for the DLC. I should add that to my playlist. So Ren, yet again, using the Mistwolf Rising to do these checks out of logic. But Crazy does have Gravity Boots available, so, you know. And finds Tooth of Vlad, so that's another Vlad relic found, which is pretty good. 3 Vlad relics acquired for Ren already. That's pretty strong. 15 minutes in. And Ren already did a bunch of the second castle checks. There is a world where now, because Ren did a bunch of the second castle but only found 1 Vlad relic, if the rest of the Vlad relics are in the first castle, there's a world where that pays off very, very well for Crazy later. Yeah, I believe it was the Rib of Vlad was found. I think behind Akhmedon, maybe? Yeah. There is a world where Crazy just gets to skip a bunch of the second castle checks. I guess the problem is, though, is that Ren did those checks on the right side of the castle, which is like kind of free in a way. Like every player is going to be doing those. So yeah, I think it's worth picking up Holy Symbol here for sure. You might as well. If you have the wolf relics, you should definitely pick up Holy Symbol, because then you can do underwater wolf movement, which is very powerful in some spots. The wolf transformation is the only transformation you're allowed to use underwater, and it does require that you use the snorkel. So the Holy Snorkel, very, very useful. Crazy just skipping that relic check because he's already done it. Again, like I said, Crazy is backtracking through these areas, whereas Ren is doing them for the first time. So, but Crazy has Gravity Boots for this check. Is Ren going to Mistwolf Rise all the way up here? He is. Okay. So this is going to be a much faster check for Crazy. So this might be where the time difference actually starts to matter. So, and yet again, we're seeing Jewel of Open at the Gravity Boots location. Is this the same seed as last time? Hold on. I think this randomizer might be rigged, y'all. The relic was at Trio. Thank you, Jonathan, for reminding me. So, I mean, yeah, the difference between having Gravity Boots and Mistwolf Rising does seem to be making a bit of a difference here. But Ren, again, has Wolf Movement, has Mist, and has Jewel of Open. So he has access to Out of Logic Silver Ring, which is a very powerful check. Skipping, he also has Spike Breaker, too. Yeah, I forgot about that. So actually, yeah, he's going to be able to do Silver Ring early, so he's doing the same route as last time. He's prioritizing going to Alrox's quarters. This does mean he's not going to find Gravity Boots right away, which is kind of a big deal. In fact, is Ren... Oh, I thought for a second Ren was trying to backtrack because he's like, oh, actually, I can't do this yet because, you know, trying to Mistwolf Rise all the way up Alrox's shaft is not ideal, but does Crazy have Mist yet? No, Crazy does not have Form of Mist yet. Form of Mist is in the second castle. And it's raining duplicators! Oh my god! I can't believe it! Do I play Castlevania on the Xbox 360? Sometimes, yes. In fact, I do plan on doing some speedruns of SOTN on 360 soon. Okay, Gas Cloud acquired for Ren. This does increase his intelligence by quite a bit and lowers his MP requirements for spells. So that is one of the buffs that you get here in Chimera. Is Gas Cloud does buff your intelligence. It's a reference to the Warlock preset. So Chimera is kind of a combination between Lycanthrope, which gives you nice wolf movement, and it also is a combination of the other one that I just said. Jesus Christ, my brain is leaking out of my ears. Who is the reigning champion of my tournament series? It would be the winner of the bingo tournament last year, which is, of course, Durdrak. But if I remember correctly, Crazy did play in my bingo tournament, but Ren did not. My brain leaks out of my ears pretty often. It's true. Also, Ren deciding not to use the Spike Breaker again, even though it's in his inventory. wants to swag it out with the spell cancel invincibility frames. And he's rewarded with yet another Vlad relic. I mean, yet again, a Vlad relic being locked behind Mist, and Mist being locked behind going to the second castle. And again, Crazy deciding to go first castle early. It's just not looking... It's just not looking like this is the strat, you know? I think staying in the second castle might just be the meta. But, again, each randomizer seed is different. It could be one of those things where you kind of have to gamble on it a little bit. And is there a chance that Crazy could come back from this? Probably not. But who knows? I think Ring is the final Vlad, yeah. I think that's the in logic final Vlad, because I think that's just the highest complexity location these players are likely going to access. Or maybe not, actually. I think it depends on where Holy Glasses are, right? Because the other two relics were just found chilling in the first castle. The Spike Breaker and the Jewel of Open, if I remember correctly. And Mist was just chilling in the second. So maybe actually, there is a world where there's more complexity to be found. Which, again, still doesn't like bode well necessarily for Crazy. And yet again, he's going all the way out of the way for this merman statue check. This is one of the checks that I personally like skipping. It's just kind of awkward. I think Holy Glasses and merman statue are still... Holy Glasses and Holy Symbol. Those two locations are still on the table for high complexity locations, locked behind multiple relics or items. But... I don't know, we'll see. So for those that don't know, generally in the randomizer, your most important items, specifically things like your final Vlad relic or like other items that unlock more items, those are found at what are known as high complexity locations. These are locations that are locked behind a lot of things. So for example, the Holy Glasses location is locked behind needing gold ring and silver ring at the very least. So finding both of those rings means that it tends to be relatively high in complexity. Things like the Holy Symbol, it's locked behind needing Jewel of Open to get into the caverns, and the merman statue relic to actually open the door to get to Holy Symbol. So that's another high complexity location. Another high complexity location would be something like Silver Ring, which requires that you have Form of Mist, Jewel of Open, and Spike Breaker. The logic expects you to have these items. You can technically do the check without the Spike Breaker. You can do it with invincibility frames, but the logic intends for you to have it. Which that's an important thing for like skipping things in logic. It's one of the reasons why finding Spike Breaker can give you info. And then another classic one would be the Spike Breaker location itself, which is locked behind needing Jewel of Open to get into the caverns or the catacombs, Soul of Bat, and Echo of Bat. The game logic assumes that you check the location like the game intended way, which when you play the game normally is that you use the bat and the echo to see through the spike maze. And now there's a million ways to get through the spike maze by using invincibility frames, by using, whatever you need that doesn't involve the bat and the echo. So that's another one of those locations that players try and prioritize if they can. So another thing is like having the Spike Breaker is not an intended solution for checking the Spike Breaker location. So because Crazy already has Spike Breaker in his inventory, he can go to the Spike Breaker location early. And that's probably why he's prioritizing this route. Now, because Ren found Mist early, he wanted to prioritize the Silver Ring route instead, because that's another high complexity location. So generally speaking, these players are trying to do things that make sense along the way, but they're using the relics that they currently have to check high complexity locations so they can understand like what the solution to the randomizer is. Like, where's the final Vlad relic, for example? Ren is pretty confident, I would assume, that the final Vlad relic is that Vlad that he found at Silver Ring, but also it looks like Ren might have found a library card here. Oh, it was just a meal ticket. Yeah, because these players both have a bajillion duplicators, so finding a library card ends up being very, very powerful. And Ren finally finds his intended form of flight, which is gravity boots. Also, wait a minute. Crazy should know for a fact that this is flight at Grand Falloon. Is that why he's doing this? Because now that I'm looking at his relics that he currently has, he doesn't have an intended form of flight. Again, the randomizer logic assumes that you are playing the game with like minimal speedrun knowledge. So for you to be considered like able to fly, it's something like Leapstone plus Gravity Boots, Mist plus Power of Mist, or Soul of Bat. So because Crazy still has yet to find the ability to fly, and he's done basically every check in the game up to this point, I think the intended flight has to be behind Grand Falloon, if I'm not mistaken. Which means it's a 50-50 between Leapstone and Soul of Bat, which is actually pretty strong. Oh, and finding Leapstone... Oh, never mind. He never checked this location. He never went back to the library, or to the library at all. Okay, so that's the intended form of flight, is Leapstone. So he just never went to the library? Has Crazy not been to the library? I assumed he went to the library. I was talking all that good shit, but I was just wrong. Oh, but it's Gold Ring. So he just found Gold Ring and Silver Ring. That might just be Holy Glasses. Interestingly enough. Ren just found Mana Prisms, Throwing Stars. He has the Duplicator. He's got Wolf Movement. Ren is straight chilling. Ren has everything he needs to succeed. Meanwhile, Crazy is still just using the Godspeed boots to swiftly run through the castle. But Ren's movement is just so much cleaner. Yeah. I mean, there's a world where, because like the wolf movement is not in logic, it's not required for anything necessarily. So it's very possible that, you know, Soul of Wolf is found in the first castle and then Crazy gets the advantage, actually. The only reason Ren's route made sense is because he found movement as early as he did. And it's just Power of Mist, Lock Behind Mist. Okay. Yeah, Crazy is moving with swag. That is very, very true. Crazy surely has the... Yep, he's going to put the Spike Breaker on so he can go through this room. Now, pretty much every player in the game knows how to navigate this room with Spike Breaker. Yep. Crazy figures it out, and he is on his way to check this relic. So this relic cannot be Soul of Bat, because the game intends for you to need Soul of Bat in order to do this check. That's kind of how the logic works. What could it be instead? Can't be Mist, because we know Mist is somewhere else. Can't be Wolf, because we know Wolf is somewhere else. It could be Merman Statue. It could be Nothing. If it's Nothing, that's brutal. It's Holy Glasses. Oh. Wait, is checking Spike Breaker with Spike Breaker in logic? No, it is not. When the randomizer was first developed, the logic was designed in a way such that a player who has never played Symphony of the Night before could theoretically beat a randomizer. It assumes basically zero knowledge about the game in order to beat the game. So because of this, the intended solutions for every relic check, like the normal game intended solutions, are the solutions the randomizer also uses. So Glasses is bait. Glasses could still be a random relic, or it's just bait, yeah. So for that reason, because the intended solution for Spike Breaker is never to have Spike Breaker, the randomizer doesn't expect you to use Spike Breaker to check Spike Breaker. It's one of the dynamics of the Symphony of the Night randomizer that makes it so interesting, in my opinion. That being that at any given time, you know that there are a couple of like key locations that you should be checking, and those can give you info by checking those locations out of logic. But a lot of the locations are, you know, standard. So you have like your 4 high complexity locations where it's like, okay, I'm going to prioritize these if I can, because they'll give me info on like, you know, did I find the last Vlad relic? Did I find, you know, Bat in this location? Does that mean that I now need to go to Spike Breaker? Because finding Bat in a high complexity location kind of assumes that the next step in the complexity chain would be to go to Spike Breaker, etc., etc. Don't you need glasses to go to the second castle? Yes, we're saying the Holy Glasses location, not the glasses item themselves. The Holy Glasses location is locked behind needing Gold Ring and Silver Ring. Crazy Four Blades has Gold Ring and Silver Ring, but it's very likely that Gold Ring and Silver Ring leads to nothing because we just found Holy Glasses locked behind. Well, actually, it could be Soul of Bat. Yeah, because Glasses was at Spikebreaker, that means Soul of Bat is in the first castle, guaranteed, and Echo is in the first castle, guaranteed. Because you need Bat and Echo in logic to check Spikebreaker, and you need to be able to have Holy Glasses before you go to the second castle. Therefore, first castle has Bat and Echo. Ren is probably going to find Bat here, or Bat is at the Holy Glasses location. Which, if Bat is at Holy Glasses location and Crazy doesn't go there soon, he just found Echo. Oh, it was a 50-50. Wow. Wow. So Crazy is going to at least get Soul of Bat first. But Ren has access to Wolf movement, so it doesn't really matter. Wow. Crazy is going to get access to the Mana Prism here, though. Because I believe that the Mana Prism is purchasable here. Crystal Grim is also purchasable. Dragon Helm is purchasable. I'm not sure what Crazy ended up buying. I hope he got that Mana Prism. I hope so. I feel like the time loss for checking Glasses is worth it if it's Bat. Well, Crazy also has not done Alrox's quarters yet. So he needs to go that direction anyways, so he can do the Holy Glasses location and then do Alrox's quarters after. So his route's not bad. It's just that he's behind because Ren has been able to outmaneuver him due to the fact that he just had better movement. So yeah, I think Crazy's going to warp there, I guess. But we'll see. He might just go straight to second castle, which is also a possibility, but I wouldn't recommend going straight to second castle here, but he's considering it. Yeah, he chose not to. He is saying, no, I'll do Alrox instead. Plus the Holy Glasses location. So makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, I believe that was a Castlevania Chronicles song that you just heard. Damn. Crazy, what are you doing? Are you getting more duplicators? Stop it! Stop getting duplicators. Somebody needs to stop him. He said, I need more duplicators. Jesus Christ, man. The 40 duplicators you have in your inventory isn't enough. He's just showing off at this point. So Ren is doing caverns now because he needs glasses. Yeah, that makes sense. So Ren is looking for Holy Glasses. Crazy. 33 duplicators. 33 duplicators. Puts the duplicator back on. Yeah. So this should be Soul of Bat. I'm pretty sure. I think it might have to be Soul of Bat. So that's going to help Crazy quite a bit as far as movement goes. I don't know if it'll be enough to come back from this because he still needs to find Form of Mist and he needs to come back and do Silver Ring. I don't know if he has library cards. If he has library cards, maybe, but this is a tough call. Genuinely very tough call. Ren might be able to just keep moving from here. Oh, that's the final Vlad relic. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Ooh. Well, yeah, Ren just needs to go straight to Spikebreaker to find glasses at this point, I think. I wonder if he has the wherewithal to try and do that and be like, that's the highest complexity location. I'm just going to go there and hope that it's glasses. He might have the info to do that. He might save split too. That might be the call. Yeah, save the game, go straight to Spikebreaker. If it's not there, then you just reset and come back. Ren's a very smart randomizer player. Like, he's very in tune with, like, potential options here. Like, he's skipping the Scylla check. He's probably going to skip Merman statue as well and go straight to the mines. He yearns for the mines. Just beat Silksong today. Holy shit, it's tough. Silksong's a fun game. I had fun with it. It is tough. Funny enough, I kind of expected more from the final boss that I fought for my ending. I know there's multiple endings and there's going to be more bosses, but the ending I got, I was like, wow, that's it? Makes me wonder how like the true mega ultimate DLC final boss that they put in later is going to be. It's probably going to be absolutely insane. Is there anything that Ren would gain checking apart from Bat? No. There's nothing Ren needs. Soul of Bat could be useful, but no. Yeah, and Crazy's finally getting to the second castle. Here. Did he skip Alrox's quarters? I think he did. Because I think that's where the other Vlad relic is, right? It's at Sword Card. So Crazy's route isn't necessarily bad, other than the fact that Ren found Mist and Wolf in the second castle. If Wolf or Mist was in the first castle, Crazy would have actually done very, very well this seed, sadly. Ren, you have Spike Breaker. Ren, you have Spike Breaker. You have Mist and Power of Mist. Ren, you have everything in the world. But he's showcasing the Dark Wolf strat. I respect it. There we go. You have infinite mana prisms. Ren. There we go. That's the Dark Wolf strat you're kind of supposed to do. Yeah, Crazy's going to get kind of upset when he finds Wolf right here. Why is he... Oh, he's doing these checks first for a library card, I guess? That makes sense, yeah. Well, Ren's in go mode, though. Yeah, Crazy's probably like, fucking hell. I could have had Wolf at the very start of the game. If I did the literal first... It's right there. There was no reason... I'm going to say it right now. Crazy did throw by not doing that check before going to the first castle. He spawned right next to the boss. Just kill the boss. You already had double Vorpal Blade because you farmed it from the Yorick at the very start of the race. He should have just done that check. There's even an argument that his route would have been okay if he just got that check and then went to the first castle. His route still might have been okay. Wasn't Mist here too? God, if he finds Mist here, if Mist is here, you just throw in the towel, right? It is here, yeah. Oh my God, dude. Crazy's probably fucking pissed. He needed to turn around immediately. Like straight up. His only win condition was hope that Ren stalls somehow, and he needed to turn around and go back to the first castle immediately. Oh, man. I would be so pissed. It is unlucky for Crazy, for sure. But at the very least, the Wolf check should have been done. I think that's a throw. Like, you spawned right next to the boss. Just kill him real quick. It's a check you're gonna do anyways. Might as well do it now. Now Crazy... First of all, Ren needs to die and lose a bunch of progress, and Crazy needs to find a library card, I think, in order to win. Because I don't know, is Crazy thinking that the final Vlad is just in second castle, maybe? But he just found Mist here, so he has to be aware that Mist is part of the complexity chain. So he's thinking to himself he has to go back to the first castle at some point anyways. So maybe he's thinking, I'm going to find a random Vlad in second castle, then I'm going to go back to the first castle? Which technically could work as well, but... Also skipping the reverse Allrox warp for some reason. Is everybody convinced that skipping the reverse Allrox warp is worth it? Am I out of the loop? Is there a new rando meta that I'm not aware of? What? I mean, Ren's going to the end of the game here, so should be GG's. Isn't glasses the highest complexity in this preset? Hold on, wait, are you spitting? No, not for Chimera. You're thinking of Recycler. Recycler is the one where glasses is the highest complexity, which is another tournament preset, a different one. You got me second guessing myself for a second. Yeah, Ren needs to like have a super mega oopsie in order for Crazy to come back here. But, you know, all things considered, Crazy isn't that far behind. He's one relic away, and he should theoretically know. It's a 50-50 where the final Vlad relic is for him. It's either at Soul of Bat or at Silver Ring. So he knows. No, he doesn't. Never mind. Okay. Well, so what did he think the final complexity was? He must have thought that it was glasses. He must have thought getting the holy glasses was the final complexity check, and then the final Vlad relic was just chilling in the second castle. Which, I mean, theoretically is possible, but I think if you count the complexity for this preset, it wouldn't be possible. Because if I remember correctly, let me double check. Chimera's complexity is 8. So you need to have an 8 chain of relics in order to win the game. So in his mind, it's like what? Leapstone, Gravity Boots, Jewel of Open, both rings into Soul of Bat and Echo, into Glasses, into Final Vlad. That's only 7. So if he did the complexity count, if he knew how to count to 8, if he just pulled out his fingers and started counting, he would have realized. Yeah. It's Glasses into Mist into Final Vlad. And that's how you get to 8. Turns out sometimes you need to count. You need to count. I don't think I have 8 fingers that can count that high. That's fair. That's fair. If only you could turn into Mist. So true. So true. But yet again, Ren is going to be taking it here. Ooh, Merman statue. Also rearing its ugly head. Dude, there's a world where Merman statue was the thing that locked the final Vlad. That's insane. So not only did Ren get... Okay, I actually changed my opinion here. Crazy didn't throw outside of not getting the Soul of Wolf. Because that's a 50-50. The Soul of Form of Mist being progression versus that being progression is a 50-50. So Ren not only got lucky finding Mist early, he also won the 50-50 that ended up actually being progression. Wow. Wow. GG's to Ren, the lucky luck bastard, but also played incredibly well as well. GG's. Very fast seed, I will say. Very fast seed as well. Yeah. Crazy didn't pick up Merman statue. I think he was banking on this, like, just needing to be it. I think he was kind of risking it all for Final Vlad Relic, just still being in second castle. And as it turns out, that was not the case. And he's also dying to Doppelganger. GG's! But Crazy won the race to dying to Doppelganger. So to everybody who is watching right now on the live stream, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz, don't forget to follow the stream if you're watching now. And you voted on Ren to be the winner. Congratulations. Here's your channel points. You win. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I greatly appreciate everybody who does it. Thank you. Join the live stream if you would like to, and I'll see you in the next race. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.